Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Corner Post Podcast, episode 15 for your Thursday night, February 29, 2024. Welcome back to the podcast. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Cody, it's good to see you, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I've been doing well, Nick. I know we missed last week due to reasons, but it's great to have the podcast back and what we've got to discuss. Can't wait to go through it all.
Oh, mate, we got plenty to get into, man. We got plenty to talk about tonight. It's going to be a very good show tonight. Now, obviously, going forward from next week, the podcast will be back on Tuesday nights. A lot of people were asking because obviously last night I debuted a brand new series called the NFA Goalpost. That will continue every Wednesday night. The podcast will go Tuesday night, and we're starting to get a bit of a schedule of things. I'm gonna put out a post probably through the week, and I'm gonna put out a schedule so everyone knows when everything is happening. But as always, hello to the live chat. We are getting a very nice crowd in here. We got CJ, Rishi, York, Alan, Josh, Hosea, all that Champa is there. We got Ryan, SS Storm fan, Jason Reader. Hello to everyone that's watching. Hello to York as well. He's also put in a donation. Shout out to York for the donation here. He says up the Chooks, 13 plus. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens on Sunday, but thank you for the donation. Hello to everyone that's here. Hello to Will, Josh Rabbitohs 2024. Everyone that's arriving. Hosea, Twin Blade online. Okay, so Hosea, I'll just explain it quickly. So with the NFA Goalpost show, every single person that watches it or wants to have their 2 cents, they're allowed to come onto the channel, give their opinion, and if they want to debate stuff about maybe a certain player being better than that player, or this team has better quality than that team, or whatever the topic may be. Your opinion matters. Everyone's allowed on. So that's how that show is going to go every Wednesday night. Should be very good. And I thought last night it went really well. So shout out to everyone that came on. We had a lot of people on the show last night, and there was a good crowd as well. So thank you to everyone that watched last night's debut of the NFA Goalpost. It's going to get bigger and better, I reckon, over time. But we're here for episode 15 of the Corner Post Podcast, the number one rugby league YouTube podcast. That's live on YouTube. And we got plenty to talk about tonight, Cody. And we're going to start off with something that Cody is going to dislike, but we need to get it out of the way. The news broke yesterday. Luke Keary has re-signed with the Roosters till the end of 2025. Wow. I thought Luke Keary was actually going to retire, but he's going to go another year. So, interesting stuff from the Roosters and Luke Keary. Cody, what is your take on this?
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to Luke Keary. I mean, obviously, he's been at the Roosters since 2017, 16, whichever year. But I think, honestly, should have retired. I mean, he's getting very old. I mean, he's one of the mid-tier best 5As of the year in the comp at the moment. But good on him for re-signing. But he should have just retired it in general.
Cody, I'll be completely honest with you, and I just want to let you know your audio is a bit how you're going, so you might want to have a look at that. But this is such a risk from the Roosters, and the reason I say it's such a risk is because we've seen the amount of concussions and failed HIAs that Luke Keary has had over the years, and I think we can all probably agree that he's one major concussion away from retirement. For him to extend another year is extremely It's a brave decision from Trent Robinson. But just your opinion, Cody. Do you think Luke Keary still has what it takes to be, a top 5'8" in the game now, or do you feel like he's a bit past it?
No way. He's way past his prime. One injury or one concussion, that's it for him.
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? It really does seem like it. The thing that I will disagree with you on is he could be a top 5 half again. I mean, it's possible. I mean, the team that he's playing with, the players around him, we all know the Roosters are stacked on paper and they look really good on paper, but it's about performing on the field now. And at his best, he can definitely still play some good footy. But I think, like I said before, he gets one more bad concussion. That's all she wrote.
That's it.
Yeah. Moving on from Luke Keary, we're going to get to some really upsetting news. Tom Gilbert from the Dolphins. ACL injury. Oh, man. You know something, Cody? Tom Gilbert, he was an absolute gun at the Cowboys in 2022. Went to the Dolphins in 2023. Had a very good start at the Dolphins. Looked really good when he was there early on. And then obviously got injured. Missed the entire year. And now he had a trial game on the weekend against the Warriors. I think. Yeah, was it the Warriors? Yeah, the Warriors. And he's gone for the year. It's such a big loss for the Dolphins too, isn't it?
Yes, it's a massive loss for the Dolphins. I mean, he only just came back from a shoulder injury that put him out for the rest of 23, and now he's suffered an ACL injury. That's 2 career season-ending injuries he's already suffered for 2 years in a row now. If this keeps up, I think will have to medically retire if he picks up another injury next year.
Yeah. Now, look, I think when it comes to Tom Gilbert, obviously mentally you got to be a little bit worried about him and feeling sorry for him. But the good thing about Tom Gilbert is he isn't an old player. He will get over this. It will take time, obviously. He'll miss the whole year. But hopefully for 2025, he comes back fitter and better. But, Cody, I say this all the time, and you might have a different opinion on this, but I feel like when a player does their ACL, they're not the same, bro. I don't think they're the same player, but some may disagree with that. I think it's a huge loss for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it is a huge loss for him. But, yeah, depending on who they are as well, I mean, they could be the same after they've done their ACL, or could be different, but majority of the time they will definitely be a lot different and a lot more prone to injuries in the coming future.
Hopefully Tom Gilbert comes back a better player, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes down. And speaking of ACLs, well, it's been confirmed today. I didn't want this to happen, and I knew straight away watching the game on the weekend against Canberra in that trial game. I knew this was real. Cohen Hess has also done his ACL. Man, the ACL injury, man. We've seen a lot of them over the years. I think we've already had 3 of them in the preseason, which is a little bit disappointing. And hopefully we don't get any more in Vegas or for round 1. But, bro, Cohen Hess.
Knock on.
I know Cohen Hess did absolutely nothing last year. He averaged 56 meters a game. But fuck, this sucks, man. This sucks.
Yes, the ACL injury curse continues. Corey Allen's the other player that suffered an ACL, which he signed with the Dragons. But Cohen has he's going to be a massive loss for your Cowboys in the forward pack this year. but you still got a lot of great
Mm.
props and back rows that can fulfill his spot.
See, Cody, I don't think it's a big loss because if you saw how good Thomas McKaylee played in that trial game, he just got upgraded to the Cowboys' top 30. He was absolutely outstanding for the Cowboys in the weekend. And the game against Brisbane, he looked pretty good in that as well. But I think it gives an opportunity now to Thomas McKaylee to be like, right, you're now probably going to be in the 17 most weeks. Hess is out for the season. The other player that's usually in our top 21 every week is Tanoa Brown. He's not back to round 13. So with that in mind, and with obviously Leilua moving on, Thomas McKaylee is now going to be given a really good opportunity to prove himself at the Cowboys. So is Fini Fuiaki, Hilam Lukey. They're going to get more game time to prove their worth. They're going to get a really good opportunity now. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing how they all go. I really am looking forward to it. But Cohen Hess, I mean, I know he hasn't been the greatest player for the Cowboys the last couple of years, but fuck, it sucks to see him injured like this. It really does.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks to see, even if they're a bad player in your team, it sucks to see him getting injured, especially ACL.
Let's get to some controversial stuff. This is going to spark a debate in the live chat. I have absolutely no doubt about it. Were Penrith robbed against Wigan in the World Club Challenge? Cody, I have watched the game back 4 times. I watched it live Sunday morning, and I have watched it back on replay 3 more times. So I've seen this game 4 times now. What is your take on the game? I know you would have watched it Sunday morning. It was a huge game. It was a great game of footy. Were Penrith robbed? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game between the two, but to be honest, and many people are going to disagree with this, I reckon it was fair. It was fair call.
What?
Yep, I'm
What
putting
was
it
fair?
out there. I think it was fair call for the result. I think Penrith were not robbed. Yeah, there might have been a small thing in there, but looking over it, I don't think they were not robbed at all whatsoever.
Cody, you can't tell me that Jake Wardle, the Wigan left centre, scored that try. He was about a metre short. The referee, for some reason, went with a try on field. That was an absolute debacle. How can you defend that? That is shocking.
Yeah, I know, but how does it feel like for Penrith when they get the same decisions with what Wigan
Oh, here
went
we
with?
go. Come on, man. He was short of the line. He was tackled. He got up and moved again, which is a double movement. They were playing with the international rules. Bro, the Jake Wardle try was a disgrace.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but I'm just looking on it based on the replays. But I think Wiggins deserved to win that World Club Challenge, and Penrith didn't deserve it to win whatsoever.
Cody, did Jake Wardle get that ball on the grass?
Yes, he did.
Oh, hey, you're kidding. Now, okay, I gotta say something. Jake Wardle's try was an absolute disgrace, and it should not have been a try. That was a bad call. The Dylan Edwards try for me wasn't a try as well. He was held up. The one that Cruz Leeming scored where the pass may have went a little bit forward, I can live with that because we've seen those 50-50 calls where if it's a forward pass or not been given before. Can live with that. but fuck. I know it evens. I know it evens itself out with the Dylan Edwards controversial try and the Jake Wardle one, but I can't believe you're defending the Jake Wardle try. That is shocking. That was no way that bastard's got that ball down. No way.
Yes, way. I will stick by it for all of eternity.
Mate, you are one fucking. That's fucking bold, man. I can't agree with you on that one. I just can't. Now, the part where you said you don't think they were robbed, I actually agree with you on that because I don't think Dylan Edwards' try was a try. I believe he was held up. So, in saying that, Wardle's try, Edwards' try, yes, it evens itself out. Penrith had 61% possession in the second half, had chances to win the game, but they couldn't do so. Wiggins' defense was too good, and they deserved the praise. But, bro, the Jake Wardle try, I do not even know where to begin. That is one of the worst tries that have been awarded I've seen in a very long time. That was bad. That was bad.
But look, I mean, the game was very good overall. There was a lot of bad calls going with both ways. I mean, the referee was more on the Wigan side because obviously they were in England. But I just think it wasn't. I don't think Penrith were robbed at all.
I can't believe that. I can't believe what I'm hearing. But all right, fair enough. You've got your opinion. I'll have mine. We'll agree to disagree. But I'm going to go on record right now and say the Jake Wardle try in the World Club Challenge is going to be in the top 5, if not top 10, worst decisions I've ever seen. Why the fuck are people talking about politics in the live chat? What in the hell?
What?
We're talking footy, boys. We're not talking about who the hell the Prime Minister is. Come on, man. All right, moving on, Cody. Moving on. Will the NRL in Vegas be a success? They're already over there now. I'm not sure if you saw, Cody, but NRL 360 returned tonight. They're all over there.
Yeah,
All the
saw
teams
that.
are going on stage. The great Paul Kent is back. Good to see Kenty back. I like Paul Kent. Good to have him back on television. But what's your take on Vegas, Cody? Do you think it will be a success or not?
Well, I thought of this decision for a long time since it was announced.
Yeah.
But I originally thought it wasn't going to be a bad idea based on what teams were going to be going there. But now I've realised the NRL wants to give it a go, expand like taking games elsewhere. And I think what they have done for the next 5 years, I reckon it's going to be a great idea. Now, we don't know how much of the crowd roughly we'll have at this game. I'm assuming we'll have around at least 30,000. And with what teams we got.
They're talking about, I think they've sold exactly 38,000 tickets.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is good.
Yeah, I think overall, with the next 5 years that this deal is going for, I think this will be a success. And I reckon all teams, even though some of them are willing to not go, but I reckon they will enjoy it when it's their time to go.
Okay, so for me, when it comes to being a success in Vegas, I listened to Andrew Abdo's interview the other day, and he pretty much said if we can attract 1% of the American population, it's going to make them a shitload of money. It's going to make them a lot of money. And I think this has already been a success. I'll be honest with you. The game hasn't even happened yet. I already think the game's already been a success, bro. They're advertising it in the city of Las Vegas. It's on billboards. It's on the prime Fox Sports 1 channel. It is everywhere in Vegas. It is getting great advertisement. Like I said, 38,000 tickets have already been sold. The game itself is going to be great. We got two great games. I mean, Manly versus South is probably that's a really good way to start the year. Two good teams, and then you got a great game in between the Broncos and the Roosters. I mean, I think it's already been a fucking success, to be honest with you. I mean, the double header, the crowd on the weekend. Look who's advertising it for everyone. You got Russell Crowe for the Rabbitohs. You got Hugh Jackman for
Hugh
Manly. You got
Jackman.
the Broncos got Tom Brady on board, I think. Not sure who the Roosters got on board, but Nick Politis has got his behind the scenes big yes men doing their job. But bro, I think with the ball not being kicked, it's already been a success.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
It will. Yeah, guarantee it's going to be even a lot more successful than I reckon Andrew Abdo would even think about.
Andrew Abdo and Peter V'landys deserve a giant fucking pay rise, man. They have done an incredible job with this whole Vegas thing, man. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. And you know what they say in Vegas? You play roulette. You got the red and the black. Let me just tell you right now, Andrew Abdo and Peter V'landys, they have hit the jackpot. They have tripled. They're gonna triple their money, man. They're gonna make a lot of money off this. And I think with everything, with the way it's been done, they've all done a great job. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about with the Vegas situation is the field is going to be a bit smaller. I don't know. I'm not sure if you've heard, but the field's a little bit smaller. It's going to be like playing in England when you play, the World Club Challenge, and the try line's a bit smaller. So the field's going to be a bit smaller. Do you think that's going to have an effect on the game?
I think it might for a little bit because they're used to playing on large fields.
Yeah.
But I think they will get to the hang of it once they've played for the first 5 minutes or so. And yeah, I reckon they will be fine with it.
I think it will affect both teams. The Broncos like to go from sideline to sideline with their set players. The Rabbitohs like to do it as well with Cody Latrell and that. They're not going to have as much space to do that as they would at Accor Stadium or Suncorp Stadium or Allianz Stadium. So it's going to be interesting how they adapt. I reckon you'll see a lot of bombs. I reckon you'll see a lot of teams putting up bombs. I don't think you'll see many grubber kicks. When teams are on the attack, Cody, 10, 15 meters out, I don't think you'll see a lot of repeat sets. I think you'll see a lot of cross-field kicks and a lot of set plays through the middle of the field. I don't think you'll see a lot of grubber kicks for the corner and whatnot. But I could be wrong. But we'll see how they go. I think it's already been a success, bro. I honestly believe that. But let's move on to, Luciano Leilua. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I think we will because the live chat were talking about it. Leilua has been suspended for 2 games due to his drink driving incident up there in Townsville before he was moved on from the Cowboys to the Dragons. And what this means, Cody, is that Luciano Leilua will debut for the Dragons in round 3 against the Cowboys at Cogra, which most of us are going to be there. And I will be there. And, Leilua, what are your thoughts on this situation?
Yeah, this was a bit of surprising after he pretty much just wanted to leave Cowboys and all of supporters, including you, said, no, good riddance. Went to the Dragons and then all of a sudden he gets suspended for his drink driving back up in Townsville. Honestly, I think this is just a bit of a funny situation as well. that you got Karma for back up in Townsville, but it's going to be what he did was stupid, obviously, and ironically playing against his former club for round 3 at Cogra, which will be out. It'll be interesting.
Let me just say this. The way Luciano Leilua left the Cowboys was an absolute shit show. I do not agree with how things went down. It was kind of a shit show. I know some of the players are still going to be, friends with Leilua and still talk to him and whatnot, but I'm a little bit the opposite, bro. I kind of got the shits with Leilua and how he left. And let me just say this. But in round 3, when I attend this game, when Leilua runs on the field, I am not going to be nice. I'm going to boo Leilua. I'm going to boo him. I'm just disappointed with the way he left. And I'm, as a paying customer going to the footy, I am allowed to express my opinion on a certain player the way I like, in a respectful way. And I am going to boo Leilua. And, oh, shit, what happened to Cody? Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. All good, brother?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to be booing Leilua. I'm not happy with the way he left. I think the whole thing was a shit show. And, oh, don't worry. Cowboys fans are going to they're going to be giving their opinion on Leilua. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of boos he's going to get at that ground, even with even if there's less than Cowboys supporters down there we expect, he's going to get heckled the hell out of that ground.
There'll be more Dragons fans there, of course, but there's going to be a small section of Cowboys fans, and I'm not sure how other Cowboys fans feel. Some of them may like Leilua, but I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to be booing Leilua.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, he was a great player, and then the way he traded and left the club, it's not good. I mean, for many fans of you deserve to heckle him when you go to Cogra.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that when we get closer to that date. But let's get into it, bro. Now, obviously, I've done my top 8 and season preview, but because it's the podcast, the season's on Sunday, we got to reveal our top 8 to the podcast. The people at the board, the people that work behind the scenes have requested our top 8. Now, I spoke to Barbara, who is one of the behind the scenes people here at the Corner Post podcast. Barbara has demanded the top 8 from both of us. So, Cody, let us hear it from 1 to 8. What is your 2024 top 8 predictions?
All right, so from 1st to 8th, minor premiers and finishing first, obviously, it's going to be Penrith. They're just too good at the moment. Although they might be more losable this year than previous seasons, but they'll still get the minor premiership. Second, this one will be a surprise. I've got the Storm finishing in second. Now, many people have got them finishing outside the top 4, even missing the 8. But I reckon they'll have a strong year this year. I mean, they got one of the best spines in the comp at the moment. Third, I've got the Brisbane Broncos. I reckon they will repeat 2023.
Yep.
Although they might fall off a bit. Fourth, yep. I've obviously got us in the top 4 in 4th place. All we got to do for this year is we just need to make the top 8, and I'll be happy with a top 4 spot, even from 1st to 6th. If we don't make the top 6, then it's going to be another disappointing year, and I think our coach will be let go if we don't make the top 8. 5th, I've got the Warriors. Last year, they had a phenomenal year, making it all the way to a preliminary final. I mean, Sean Johnson is a year older, obviously, but with RTS back, we don't know if RTS was the same player before he left to go play rugby in New Zealand. Rugby union, sorry, in New Zealand. 6. I've got your boys, the Cowboys. They're gonna have a bounce back year after just missing out last year. 7th, I've got Manly. Same scenario as the Cowboys. And in 8th place, they won 10 in a row last year. I've got the Knights.
Wow. All right. Very nice, Cody. I like it. Right. Nick from Australia's top 8. You guys have heard it a few times, but I'm going to be revealing it one more time for you all here on the Nick from Australia YouTube channel, and as Barbara and Nathan have requested. So, first, Penrith. I think they're the best team in the competition, and I think they will be the team to beat once again. And I think they'll be on top. They'll finish first. Second will be the Broncos. I understand they've lost a lot of quality with Flegler and Herbie and whatever, but their youngsters are very good, and they still got a lot of experience in that team. They'll be hard to beat in Brisbane this year as well. So Broncos in second. Third will be Melbourne. I know Melbourne may not have the greatest forward pack in the world, but if you've got Craig Bellamy still coaching, you still got Munster. Backline's pretty good. Forwards will do a job. Melbourne will finish third. Fourth will be the Cowboys. They will bounce back. Last year was a debacle, but we're young. We got experience. We're ready to go. Cowboys will come fourth. Fifth will be the Rabbitohs. Originally I had Souths higher, but I think with Campbell Graham missing the first half of the year and Jack Whiten may take a few weeks to settle in with combinations in real NRL games. Souths might start slow but come good towards the back end. So Souths in fifth. Eels in sixth. I actually like Parramatta. I think the Eels are going to be a very good regular season team. I think they'll win a lot of games at CommBank, and they will get a few wins on the road as well. So if they can keep their forwards healthy and Moses and Brown and Goverson fit, they'll be right up there again. Seventh will be the Sydney Roosters. I know the Roosters look great on paper and they should be higher than seventh, but I just don't trust them enough to put them higher. They'll be in the top 8 because, well, if they're not, then what the fuck with that team? So they have enough quality to be in the top 8 and they'll come 7th. I think 8th, the final spot will actually be Manly. I did have the Warriors. I did have Cronulla. I did think about Newcastle, but I do think, and also the Gold Coast for me are another year or two away from being a top 8 team. I just think Manly, with Cherry Evans, Turbo, Brooks, Jake Trbojevic, Olakau'atu, I think Manly have enough quality to be back in the top 8. I really like their forward pack when they're fit. Lodge, Brown, Paseka, Sipley, Olakau'atu, Schuster, Gerbo, Ben Trbojevic. Like, Manly got a very fucking good team, man. And I like that back line with Garrick, Kohler, Saab, Jackson Polo, Turbo. Like, I think Manly are going to have a very good year. Manly will make the 8. So that's my top 8. Sorry, Warriors fans. Sharks fans are probably going to be fuming as well. We'll see. Whereas the Tigers? Tigers rebuild starts now. Next year they build and go up a little bit. West Tigers probably another 2 years away, bro. But we'll see. We'll see. They're on the up. Cody, let's get into the list. We'll get to the game show and then we'll get to the tips very soon. But
yeah,
I want 3 huge NRL predictions for 2024. But first, let's give our grand final away. What is your grand final going to be this year, and who wins the grand final?
Wow. Grand final. This one, I reckon it's going to be a more tougher year for teams to make the grand final. I originally had Penrith versus Broncos rematch, Broncos winning. but I've changed my mind. Broncos will definitely be there, but I'm going to go Broncos versus Storm Grand Final. Broncos to win it.
I didn't expect to hear the Storm, but wow, righto. Well, I'm going to go. All right, so I've got two. I've got a biased grand final and I've got an unbiased grand final. So obviously, my biased grand final is Cowboys and Penrith. But my realistic grand final, without putting my team in the competition, my realistic grand final is going to be Penrith Brisbane rematch. And you know what? Penrith go 4 in a row. I know we don't want to see it. I know everyone's against it. But I think Penrith will do the 4 in a row. They're going to be very hard to beat, man. I think it's their comp to lose. If you want to win the grand final, you're going to have to go through Penrith. And I think I don't know if anyone can beat them in a big game, because we've seen over the last couple of years, Parramatta couldn't do it. Souths nearly did it, but couldn't do it. Brisbane almost did it, but didn't do it as well. Melbourne couldn't even do it. Melbourne's actually the last team to beat Penrith in a big game. I know Souths beat them in the 2021 qualifying final, but the last time Penrith were beaten in a sudden death finals game was the grand final of 2020, and that was Melbourne. So I don't know who the fuck's going to beat them. I don't know. It could be the Roosters if they're fit. It could be the Rabbitohs if they get it right. If the Cowboys click, it could be them. Parramatta got potential. We know they can beat Penrith regular season. Melbourne on their day, you never know. Warriors, if they click, fuck the Vino, man. Maybe the Broncos. I don't know. But I think it's going to be Penrith versus Brisbane. Penrith go 4 in a row.
Wow, that's a massive call there.
But let me tell you this. If Penrith do go 4 in a row, they won't win without Jerome Luai. This is their last chance. I'm telling you right now, I don't care what anyone says. This is the last year Penrith win the comp. I can't see them winning it next year without Jerome Luai. No way in the world. They will not be winning the grand final without Luai. This is their last opportunity to do it. And I think with Luai, Cleary, Edwards, it's their comp to lose. Now, let's get to some other predictions, Cody.
Hang on.
Give us
one more thing. Sorry, if I had a biased grand final as well, I'll go to Rabbits versus Broncos. We win.
Okay. So regardless, you're thinking Broncos grand final no matter what.
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Let's get to these two other predictions. What do you got for us?
Well, I reckon this is something that hasn't happened very often in the regular season. I reckon at some point this year, even during Origin period, I reckon whichever team is in first place will lose to the team that's in 17th place at that point. So I reckon it's going to be a major upset where 17th beats first place at some point this year.
I like it. I'd like it. That's a fucking huge prediction. I like it. And one more, Cody. Give us something massive. What is one prediction that is going to be huge?
Well, it will be Rabbits related, obviously.
Okay.
This one, I will be at the game for in round 8. This is Anzac Day, our game against against the Storm, sorry. I reckon we will break our losing streak against Melbourne in Melbourne.
Okay. I like it. All right. I'm going to give you guys 2 huge predictions. All right. The first one, I'm going to go with, this is major. Never before has this happened. And it may never happen again, but it will happen. At some point during the 2024 season, a team will lead 34-0 and they will get run down 36-34.
Fuck.
It will be the biggest comeback in rugby league history.
Wow, that is one prediction I would love to see come true this year.
34-0. That is what? Fucking that's basically 6 tries to nothing. Now,
What's
bro,
wow?
we've seen the Dolphins come back from 26 last year. We saw in 2014, Roosters led the Cowboys in the semi-final game 30-0. The Cowboys got it back to 30-all and obviously got beat in a controversial finish. But 34-0, it's going to be a massive comeback. It's never happened before. It's going to happen this year. The biggest comeback of all time.
Wow.
I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know what team will pull off the comeback, but a 34-0 comeback. It is the most mental thing you've ever heard.
Would you
We'll
give
see.
2 teams right away or not?
What's that?
Or which 2 teams do you think that would, in whichever game it happens in, which 2 teams do you think this will happen in?
I've got no idea. I'm not even going to go into detail with it because I'll be here all night thinking about it, but I'm going to say someone comes back from 34-0. And my other last prediction, all right, I'm going to give you something major. Something huge. Thinking off the top of my head. See, I don't have a script, so I have no idea. I'm going to go at some point during the season, a NRL coach will absolutely go off their rocket in a press conference that the NRL coach will swear at the journalist, tell him to get fucked, and he will walk out of the press conference.
Fuck. Wow.
So basically, how it's going to go down, there's going to be a press conference. A team is going to lose a game in a really close game. The journalist is going to ask a stupid question, and the person at the press conference is going to tell the journalist to get fucked. Like, there's literally going to be the get fucked is going to come up. And yes, it probably will be Ricky Stewart, as the live chat suggests. But a NRL coach will tell a journalist to get fucked at some point during the press conference.
Wow. That's massive.
I mean, it could happen. You just don't know. The amount of times where coaches have wanted to go off at the fucking journalist is quite remarkable. All right.
Yes.
Let's get into the game show. And then we'll get to the tips and we'll wrap it up. All right.
Sweet.
So, Cody, what's the score now with these fucking... What's the score here with the game show?
Well, with me winning the last time we played, which was 2 weeks ago, I found out we are both levelled at a draw, 7 apiece.
Oh, so it's 7-all.
Yep.
All right. I like it. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Everyone in the live chat as well, please don't reveal the answers to the questions. You guys know the rules. You get kicked out if you do it. All right, Cody. In round 18 of the NRL, who do the Broncos play that night in Brisbane? Is it the Titans or the Panthers?
Is it the Panthers?
It is the Panthers. Well done. Good start there. It's what you want. You want to get up to a flyer, and that's what you did. All right, Next one. Cody, in round number 8, Anzac round, who do the Dolphins play that weekend? Is it the Raiders or is it the Knights?
Is it Newcastle?
Fuck, it is too. Well done.
Wow.
Shit.
That one was a lot more tougher.
2 out of 2. Good start. Cody, In 2013, in the Manly Roosters Grand Final, true or false? Did Sonny Bill Williams score a try in that Grand Final?
False.
Correct. Well done.
I wasn't expecting a question like that.
Well, I'm trying to change it up a little bit, to be honest. All right,
Yeah,
Cody. In the 2014 Grand Final, the Bulldogs only scored one try. Who was the try scorer? Was it Greg Eastwood or was it Tony Williams?
Shit, and I was at this grand final too. Who were they again?
Was it Greg Eastwood or Tony Williams?
Tony Williams.
Oh my God, 4 in a row. What is going
Oh,
on?
well,
How
10
am
years
I going to
ago
win this
too.
game tonight? I'm so behind. Cody, I don't know how I'm going to catch this score. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right. And the final question. Cody, in the 2017 Grand Final, when the Storm flogged the Cowboys, who was the only try scorer for the Cowboys? Was it Justin O'Neill or was it Tamare Martin?
Tamare Martin.
Oh, fucking hell. How?
I don't know.
5 out of 5. So basically, for those of you that don't know how the game show works, I'm going to have to get every single question right for this game to go to Golden Point. Fuck. All right, let me put my phone down. Oh, Jesus Christ. If I do that, I'll break it. Phone down. I can't hear shit. All right, Cody, 5 out of 5. Well done. Your turn to ask me questions.
Yep. Nick, are you ready?
Let's go, brother.
All right. First question. Now Broncos are merely a part of Vegas. When was the last time they played against each other in a round one year? Was it 2012 or 2013?
13.
You are correct.
Because I remember 2012, I think Manly played the Warriors in a grand final rematch in New Zealand. So, yeah, that's
Good
why I
start.
said 20. Yeah, I thought so. All right, next one.
All right, question 2. When did Manly last open When did Manly last open the start of an NRL season? So the very first game of that year, was it 2020 or 2022?
22 against Penrith.
Correct, and you got the team right as well.
I remember that game. I remember it was the Thursday night game out at Penrith. Remember that? The reason why I remember it, Cody, is because I just lost everything in the flood like 2 weeks before it. And I remember watching the game at this random person's house. So that's how I remember it.
Wow.
Come on. 3 more to go.
All right. When did the Broncos last started in the opening game of an NRL season? Was it 2018 or 2019?
Oh, fuck. I think it was 2018 against. I think it was 2018 against Cronulla.
Incorrect. It's 2019.
Fuck.
Now, yes, 2018 they did open the season against the Sharks, but 2019 they played the Storm to open the season.
Oh, I remember that fucking game. It was 22-12. Kenny Bromwich scored a try. Yeah, I remember that game. Fuck me.
So, regardless, you've lost.
Kill the stream. No, I'm joking. Continue. We'll see what I get.
All right. Now, the Rabbitohs versus Roosters have played in many round one games before. However, how many times have the Rabbitohs versus Roosters opened, let's say, each season? How many times have they opened each year? Was it 4 or 5?
I'll go 4.
Incorrect. 5.
Fuck's sake.
And the years were 2002, 2008, 2011, 2013, and 2014.
Last one.
All right. And which team has had the most opening games to start the season since 1998? Is it the Broncos or the Rabbitohs?
Well, considering the Broncos have been more dominant in that period because of, fucking, from 2000 onwards, how good they were. Souths didn't really get going again to like 2008, 2007 and shit. And because Souths were always the free to air game because of TV rights and shit, I still think I'm going to go Broncos. I still think Broncos.
No, sorry. It's the Rabbitohs.
Fuck me.
Rabbitohs have opened each season 9 times. The Broncos have only done it 6 times since 1998.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised by that. Fuck's sake. All right, well, that's the game show done. Let's get to the Vegas tips. Cody wins the game show. He's now leading the series too.
8-7, and it's 4 in a row now as well.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. I'm on a bad streak. Bad streak. All right, let's get into it quickly, and we'll wrap it up here tonight. Vegas, baby. NRL is back finally. Round one of the NRL season opener, 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. It is Manly versus Souths. Cody, what's your tip?
Oh, it's obvious. I'm going to back the boys to open up the first win of the 2024 season. Rabbitohs by 6. First try scorer. Let's go Jai Arrow in the back row.
I'm going to go with Manly. Sorry, brother. I think Manly win. Too many injuries to that Rabbitohs side at the moment. And I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think Souths will win a game until round 3. I reckon South's season starts in round 3. I don't think you'll win this game, and I don't think you'll be winning at Brisbane next in round 2. So round 3 for me is when South season will really begin. Jack Whiten's debut. But Manly by 6 in this one, and I'll go Jason Saab as the first try scorer.
Fair enough.
And the other game on Vegas, 3:30 in the afternoon. 3:30 in the afternoon, we got the Roosters, Broncos. This should be a good one too.
Well, for this one, we'll go Broncos by 10. First try scorer, we'll go Cobbo in the centres.
I'm going Broncos by 10 as well. I think they'll get it done. I'll go Brendan Piacora as the first try scorer. Broncos to beat the Roosters. Should be a bloody good game. But Cody, as always, thank you very much for a very good show. Very entertaining tonight. We had a lot of good stuff going on in the show tonight. It was good fun. But thank you for coming on, and I'll see you Tuesday for episode 16.
Yep, it was fun once again as always. I mean, we had a debate with the Wigan one, which was hilarious. Great show again. We'll see you Tuesday.
Thank you to the live chat. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Check out Cody's channel if you haven't already. Subscribe. And tomorrow night, I will be making a guest appearance on the Warriors NRL Fanatics YouTube channel. We're going to do like a big season preview, I think. So come on the Warriors Fanatics channel tomorrow night for that. But see you all in the next one.